So, um, I did a quick vlog on Stan Lee's passing, but I want to go into more detail because this man was such a big, important part of my life and my family's life. You just don't know. My family, we grew up on comics, and I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about my uncles. When I was growing up, I was like, we were like second generation American. Honestly, my uncles came to America, and not that they learned the language or anything, but they loved comic books. I had my uncles. I grew up with my uncles, and they were reading comic books all the time and drawing from comic books, and we became fans of comic books, and we loved comic books. And Stan Lee wasn't so much like our father, because I had a grandfather, and he was around. He was like a cool great uncle. Even though we had great uncles and we had great great uncles, but he was like one of those cool great uncles that just had the best like stories and toys and stuff in comic book form. And he helped not so much mold us, but mold our imaginations. And my uncles used to read comic books all the time, you know, and through that their kids, being us, followed him and followed them. And to this day, my cousins and I still talk about Marvel movies and action movies and everything. And that's where my love of Captain America came. Yes, Chris Evans, I do. And we'll talk about that later, but that's neither here nor there. But I just want to say, yeah, we felt like we lost family. We really, really do. He allowed us to imagine in so many different forms, not just skin, but just, different heights, different shapes, different races, different everything. And he embraced. And he was still a kid. That's why I think he lived as long as he did, because he just imagined, and that just fueled his spirit. And that's why he was able to exist for almost ever, and he will always exist forever. And up in heaven, I'm sure it's just glorious. I'm sure they're having I'll say, kick-ass time up there. Not just rock stars and singers, but Stan Lee is up there now too. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a rip-roaring time. When it's my time to get up there, I'm gonna be a superhero. I wish I could have met him. I would have loved to have met him just to see what type of superhero he would have created of me. I think I, I'm ever thankful for what he gave to my imagination. And I'm thankful for what he gave to the comic book world, because honestly, for nerds like me, and he gave me an escape. It was either music, comic books. Other people went to drugs. Other people went to hurting themselves. There were so many escapes for people. And I found comic books, and I found artwork. I found theater. So many people found so many different ways to escape. I found Stan Lee and his comic books. So thank you, Mr. Lee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mike, I'm sure my family thanks you as well, because to this day, I still talk to my cousins about it. And thank you for bonding me and my cousins, because to this day, when we see each other, next time we see each other, we're going to take a moment. We're just going to give Stan the love, because he bonded us permanently with that. And he'll never know, but he'll know. Now he knows. But my grandmother's going to tell you, because while you're up there, she's going to talk your ear off. And she'll love you for that. But I just want to thank you guys for taking the time and listening, hearing me out. But to my cousins, I love you all. And do me a favor, just give a special shout out and just say a thank you to Stan. Because to this day, from now on, Excelsior.